A verdict that was reached after a crash that killed a local mother and her two daughters on the 78 in Santa Ysabel. The lone survivor, her youngest daughter, left paralyzed. It's a story that could impact the safety of every San Diego family.
10 News reporter Vanessa Van Hefty has been following this case. And Vanessa, the family attorney says the dangerous road condition still exists.
Yeah, Itika, the attorney for this case, says this is the problem and you can find it on a number of rural roads. A significant edge drop of 3.5 inches in this case. And take a look. Here's what it can do to your car. In this accident, 4 people were killed. A jury says Caltrans was in part to blame and returned an $11 million verdict.
It was a crash that devastated the Aguilar family. 2 drivers on State Route 78 collided. Inside this minivan, 2 adults and 6 children. The driver, Mary Aguilar, and her 9- and 7-year-old daughters were killed. Others had massive injuries, including now 8-year-old Audrey, who was paralyzed. She survived what her mother and 2 sisters did not.
She actually saw her mom dying in front of her and recalls that and has recurrent nightmares.
The Aguilar's attorney, Dennis Scoville, says this is what happened. The courier, who was also killed, drifted onto the shoulder. He tried to compensate, but hit the Aguilar's van. Scoville blames Caltrans. The shoulder where the courier lost control had a pavement drop-off of 3.5 inches. He says Caltrans' own rules say anything more than 2 inches is a danger.
So they knew that this problem was there and they ignored it. People that were charged with inspection drove through there every day.
Scoville says Caltrans was aware of the pavement drop. This picture shows the south shoulder with a 1-inch drop that had been repaired. But Caltrans never got to the north side, he says, until 55 days after the crash.
They didn't drop the ball. They didn't even pick up the ball.
The jury sided with the Aguilars. Caltrans will pay $11 million. Not enough, Scoville says, for Audrey, whose injuries are a daily reminder of what was taken. Scoville says Caltrans has known for 50 years about the dangerous drops and have done nothing. If they had, he says, Audrey would still have her family.
This is a problem. People are dying, and they're dying because these edge drops are not being maintained.
And we did reach out to Caltrans. We have not heard back, but we do know that this is not the only case. Caltrans is being sued by another family in Fallbrook for the exact same reason. That case goes to a jury in 2 weeks. Vanessa Van Hefty, 10 News.
All right, to give you some perspective on a possible solution to the problem, the Department of Transportation now requires any new roads and any roads scheduled to be repaved to have a safety edge. You can see the difference in these 2 pictures here. Instead of a vertical drop-off, the safety edge shapes the edge of the pavement to 30 degrees, the optimal angle to allow drivers to re-enter the roadway safely. There are, however, roads that still exist with the drop-off. If you encounter a road like this, we'd like to hear about it. Log on to our website and click on the red TV button.